Hey guys, today I'm going to marinate a skirt steak and cook it on the Weber Kettle. So let's get queuing. I have a beef skirt steak here. It's all sealed up. This one was, let me see, was $9.99 a pound, 1.78 pounds, so it was $17.78 for this piece of meat. Now I'm going to open it up here, and I think these are folded over, so it should be a pretty long piece of meat once I get it out of the package here. Okay, there we go. Get out of there, cat. Cat's trying to get it up on the counter here. So now see how long that is? Wow, that's longer than I even thought. I think what I'm going to do is cut this into like pieces about this size, so it's easier to handle and marinate. So it'll fit in this glass baking dish here. All right, let me cut the rest of it up and get the cat off the counter here. That piece of meat was probably about 2 feet long, so I cut it into shorter pieces, 4 shorter pieces. So it fits in this baking dish here pretty well. And I'm going to do like a vinegar and oil marinade. So I usually use about half vinegar and about half oil. So this is avocado oil. I'm just mixing it up right in the dish over the meat, but you can mix the marinade up first before you add the meat if you prefer. Okay, we'll do about half vinegar. That was half avocado oil. This is red wine vinegar, but you could use apple cider vinegar. You could use balsamic vinegar. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I kind of like the red wine vinegar for this. It tastes pretty good. And this is Worcestershire sauce. This has vinegar in it as well, but it has a bunch of other stuff that gives beef good flavor. So sprinkle in a little bit of that, a little bit of kosher salt. Okay, and then some Johnny's seasoned pepper. Besides pepper, this says sugar, red, green bell pepper, garlic, and onion in it. Now, if you don't have this, you probably could just use some salt and pepper and maybe a little garlic powder and onion powder, and that would be good. All right, that looks good. Now I'm just going to kind of take my hand and kind of mix it all together. And then, go away, cat, get out of there. So anyway, if I keep the cat out of the way, darn cat, I can, I'm going to let this marinate on the counter for a little bit while I go out and get the grill lit. Alright, we'll get the coals lit. I'm using Royal Oak lump charcoal. It's piled on the back side of the, well, that's a slow and sear that it's in, but you can just pile your charcoal on the back side of the grill. And this is a paper towel soaked in cooking oil. That's what I'm going to use to get it going. But you don't have to cook it. I'm going to cook the meat in directly. Meaning I'm going to cook it on this side of the grill, but you can cook it directly over the coals. Just put them in the bottom if you prefer. And if you want to cook this on a gas grill, same thing. You just cook it directly, you know, direct. It doesn't really matter. However you want to do it. This is just the way I'm going to do it today. My coals are starting to look pretty good, so we'll get the meat on there now. The meat's been in the marinade about 2 hours. I left it at room temperature, but I did move it to a different spot so the cat wouldn't have its face in it. All right, like I said, I'm cooking these indirectly, and then when it looks like it's pretty well done, I'll put it over the coals to brown it up, sear it up a little bit, and I have my vents wide open for right now. This has been on there for 12 minutes. My vents are wide open and the grill's running 375 degrees. So let's see how we look in here. All right. I got to go ahead and flip them over. Still pretty soft. Let them cook on this side for a bit, and then I'll put them directly over the coals and sear it a little bit. Okay, get the lid back on there. Those have been on that side for about 8 minutes, so about 20 minutes total. Let's see how they look. All right. Okay, those look good. Now I think I'm just going to spin the grate around and kind of let those sear a little bit. Those two will sear first, and then I'll Move the other two over there and sear them. Like I said, you don't have to do it this way. You can just cook them directly over the coals or the gas, you know, if you're doing them on gas grill, but I just kind of like doing them this way. I think they come out like pretty juicy this way. All right, these two are looking good. I'll get those off and put the other two over the coals now. Those two look good. We'll get them off of there. There we go. These look pretty juicy, but this type of meat is never very tender, so it looks like the grain of the meat runs that way. So you want to cut it across the grain of the meat. So it will be, or did I get it wrong? Let me see. I don't know. Actually, it's kind of pink inside. So let's see. Let's try a bite of this. Cut off a piece right here. Looks good. Here we go. That's good. It has a lot of flavor. It's not a very tender cut of meat, but it has a lot of flavor with that marinade. I'm probably going to marinate a little bit longer too. Actually, it looks like the grain of the meat might run this way. Maybe I got that wrong. Let's see. Let me cut it across this way and see if that's better. Yep, I think so. I think I got it backwards. Oh well. Yeah, I think it's better that way. There we go. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. My eyes ain't that great anymore either. Annie seems pretty excited about this, so let's see what she thinks here. Yep, inhaled. Like I said, you can cook that directly over the coals or the flame if you're using a gas grill, but I kind of like using that indirect and then reverse sear method. The meat always seems to come out pretty juicy that way. Anyway, I'll write everything in the description like usual. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.